Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. The video is a bit later today. Why? Because I was working on the video of this morning with all the news and so on, focusing on a guy, a kid, the golden boy. I was speaking about Fabio Miretti. A news was breaking internet, a bomba, and before starting to speak about the rumors, or at least to put it in the thumbnail, making it the main topic of the video, I needed to check 2-3 things to understand if yes or no. I needed to spend time to speak about it and share that news with you. Well, yes, guys, I decided to speak about a name, Luis Enrique, the coach of the Spanish national team, and we will discover all together why I am taking my time to speak about him. It will be quite interesting. I need also your support, your help, your comments, your opinion about the name Luis Enrique, future coach of Juventus. I really need it, guys. So remain with me, put a maximum of like, subscribe to the channel, and also prepare yourself, because today, in a few hours, we start immediately with match day 14, with 3 games today already. Napoli, Napoli, we will understand if they will continue to win versus an Empoli that has some difficulties, ups and downs in this Serie A. There will be Spezia, Udinese, will they go back to victory after 6 games without winning, after an amazing start of Sotil, and then finishing the day with Milan versus Cremonese. Can they still continue to believe in that first spot in the Scudetto? Lecce Atalanta tomorrow, Roma Sassuolo, important games, also Inter versus Bologna. But what is interesting, as of course, is the game of Thursday. Will Juventus be able to continue to win for the 5th consecutive time, and maybe even 5th consecutive clean sheet in Serie A? Lazio, second best defense, is also playing on Thursday. It's not a mystery that the 2 best defense of Serie A will play against each other on Sunday, the last game before the international break. Guys, I don't know you, but my heart started to be broken. If I wanted really the international break to be as fast as possible because we were living a nightmare, well, Juventus starting to win, I'm now doubtful if yes or no it's a good timing to have the international break. We will understand it after the 2 games, Verona and of course Lazio. Guys, put a maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel. Gazzetta dello Sport, they are a bit confused. They are speaking about 2 total different articles in the same day. One, Napoli, how can they beat the record of Juventus of 102 points in a single Serie A season? We are not even sure that Napoli will win Serie A, but already Gazzetta is thinking, you know what, let's try to let them beat the record of Juventus. Hey, they are praying and they are happy. They want to. That's their biggest dream ever. Anyway, on the other side, they are also speaking about Juventus 4 ways to believe in the Scudetto again, putting some pressure on Juventus and starting to dream about Napoli. Guys, Gazzetta, you have to decide what road you are going. Anyway, stop talking about this, guys, before speaking about Luis Enrique. OneFootball, best app to remain up to date with everything regarding Juve, but also all the teams of the world, also the national teams, guys. We are speaking about Qatar 22, live scores, and so on, but also a lot of articles, especially if you want to be up to date about the mercato of Juventus. Will Juventus go for a left back, a right back, or will Juventus continue with that 3-man defense without fullbacks? Big question there. But also, who are the upcoming youth team? Well, OneFootball is reporting you all these kind of news. Put the notification ring on when you download the app of OneFootball for free for iOS and for Android. The link is into the description. Luis Enrique, guys, I took my time to understand yes or no, is it the right timing to speak about him, to share the news with you? Well, I do it for one big reason. First of all, because after the news of yesterday from El Chiringuito saying that Juventus, not only they are thinking about the new coach and not only they are thinking about Luis Enrique, but apparently they already offered 10 million euro for 3 years to the Spanish team, the coach of the Spanish national team that will go with Spain at Qatar 22. So a big bomba, guys, a really big bomba for a coach that we personally know because he trained also Roma in 2011. After training the youth academy of Barcelona, he went to Roma. Up and down season where supporters, they really loved him, and at the end they were asking him to go back to Barcelona because they didn't want to hear his name anymore. Of course, since then 11 years passed where he went to Celta de Vigo before being the first team coach of Barcelona, where he stayed a few years, and then 2 times the coach of the national team of Spain. Why am I giving you all these details? Why am I saying that he can be one of the coaches of Juventus in the future? Well, first of all, because we know that even if with the latest result, the victory versus Inter, Allegri that did well in that game, we can't say that Allegri is safe. We are still not in the top 4, we are far far from the first spot, 10 points difference with Napoli. So I already told you that Juventus is already thinking about the future, with or without Allegri. I always told you, I believe this will be the last season of Allegri. If he wins, I believe he will leave by himself. If he doesn't win, Juventus will take a harsh decision. So Juventus is already preparing, watching the names. Conte, that is not sure to remain at Tottenham, for example. What about Igor Tudor, that started quite well with Marseille? What about Montero? Is it too early or not? What about Zidane? Well, Zidane will go to France, so it's impossible. They are looking for names. Luis Enrique is a name that since a few weeks, maybe even months, is circulating. I didn't speak about it too much on the channel, but the name is circulated for one big reason. It's a coach that since his Roma time, he grew a lot and he always had to play with young people. He launched a lot of new young people, a guy with a lot and a big eye for new upcoming talents. Guys, in these days, what did we speak about after all the injuries of Juventus? About the youth, Miretti, Fagioli, Sule, Ealing Jr. We have some players like Rovella, Ranocchia, but also Connie de Winter that are around the world. In that video, I will tell you also two upcoming talents that came from Anderlecht that we have to pay attention for. Luis Enrique, he knows how to play with them. Yesterday, there was the ceremony of the Golden Boy organized by Tuttosport, an important one, an international ceremony, where Paolo Maldini, after receiving a prize, he said, the youth, we need to help them, we have to believe in them, and we also have to respect them. Well, Luis Enrique is a coach that made from these young people one of his best weapons. He knows how to manage them, he knows how to guide them, he knows how to help them and how to respect them. Big name, Luis Enrique, a coach that is not Italian. Since Didier Deschamps, it never happened anymore to have a coach that was not Italian. Other philosophy is playing with a 4-3-3. 4-3-3 is also the formation that Juventus did the last Mercato for. Even if now we are playing with 3-man defense, Juventus is looking for a left back, a right back, especially next season when Alexandro Cuadrado will leave, maybe having Cambiaso or other players on the fullbacks and believing in Luis Enrique for the start of a new project. Guys, I'm curious what you think about Luis Enrique as a coach. Can he be yes or no the coach? And then also another thing, another question, when? Because his contract will end after the World Cup with Spain, and then can he be the coach that arrives immediately, regardless of the two next results of Allegri, or will we give him a chance and come after the season 22-23, so to be there for the new season 23-24, giving chance again until the end of the season to Massimiliano Allegri? Guy, I'm really curious. Now, let's speak a bit faster for the Golden Boy, because this was the main topic before Luis Enrique, but yesterday Miretti was been rewarding the trophy of the ceremony of the Golden Boy for the best young Italian talent given by Marchisio. And when we are linking Marchisio and Miretti, guys, these are really beautiful stories. Miretti, that has been criticized by half of the supporters, saying that he was overrated and so on and so on. I go back to the words of Maldini: believe, give patience, give time, but support and help the youth. This is important if we want to continue. Well, Marchisio said yesterday, I really believe in that young player. When he's moving, he's reminding me a bit of Nedved, because he also have that offensive skills that at the moment he was not able to show. Miretti, his idol is Kevin De Bruyne. Guys, we are lucky to have a boy like him in our team, a guy, Fabio Miretti, that already played this time 17 games, and that's a lot for a 19 years old boy at Juventus. 12 times in Serie A, 5 times in Champions League. He did quite well, not exaggerately well, but his importance on the field is important. This year he played everywhere in that midfield, and also something that we are really proud about, it's a midfield that can play on the left, on the right, a bit behind, a bit up front, really central. He needs to understand his best position yet, and we will see the best of Miretti, especially when our team will be completed and when he doesn't have to play as a seconda punta, for example. Who are the upcoming talents? Well, we already spoke about them, we already gave a few names before, but there is Kenan Yildiz and so on that you already know, but I want to speak about Joseph Nongue, but also Samuel Mbangula, two players 17 years and 18 years that are doing quite well with our youth academy. And it's really funny because these two players, they come from the Anderlecht youth academy. Anderlecht in Belgium, a team that has first team having some difficulties, but since years and years, a team that is really developing their youth academy sector, and they have always found really great talent, like for example Lukaku and many more. Well, Juventus, they have an eye on the best possible talents of the world. We're speaking about Ealing Jr. from Chelsea, for example, Kenan Yildiz from Bayern Munich. Well, these two players, pay attention, write them down, Joseph Nongue and Samuel Mbangula, because you will hear about them. We finish, of course, speaking about the cups, because Corriere dello Sport is speaking about the Champions League and not that much about the Europa League, or at least absolutely not about the Europa League, but they're saying that they believe in it. They believe for the Italian teams, Inter, Napoli and Milan, like Gazzetta dello Sport, who is saying let's do 3-on-3. They really believe in it. They never learned the lesson that on paper having these easier draws makes totally no difference, because if you have to go out, you go out. If you have to go through, you go through. Well, let's see what will happen. I don't believe personally that the 3 Italian teams will go through. At least one will be eliminated. I don't know yet which one. Not will be the opponent of Juventus in Europa League. We already spoke about it yesterday. Attenzione to Not. It gives us back memories from a past. No, that is absolutely not the same as today. The team of France in Ligue 1 is 16th at the moment. It's a beautiful name, an historical name that at the moment has really a lot of difficulties. But Nedved is saying, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. We have to pay attention to the French team, because you never know what can happen in Europa League. So, guys, Not, you already told me yes or no if you believed it or not. Repeat it here. In Europa League, what is the journey, the records of Juve? They played 18 times in Europa League in their history. 9 times we drew. Only 7 times we won. 2 times we lost, with 23 goals scored, 17 goals conceded. Guys, this was it for me. For the video, Luis Enrique, Fabio Miretti with all the other young players, and then finishing with the cups. I need a maximum likes. I need you to subscribe to the channel and comment. Grazie, forza, Juve.